back, Piggy and the Jake. Sorry for the hiatus. I know we missed last week at the beginning for the beginning of the playoffs. That's okay. We're here on a Wednesday, January 17th. Yeah?
Yeah.
Early in the morning, Kevin made fucking Bloody Marys. We're ready to go. We're going to recap last week's wild card week. We're going to go into the divisional week, give you our picks throughout the whole playoff scene, kind of give you our thoughts on it as well. But we are going to go over these games and what the hell happened to my poor Cleveland Browns. Yeah, I know. Kind of look like Kano with that cut. He looks sweet. Kevin cut himself in a knife fight. And he looks fucking dope. I hope that thing scars. It looks fucking sweet. It does.
I wanted to scar.
Anyway, first things first. Shalom. It's good to be back with you, brother.
Good to be back.
Without our fearless leader today.
Smooth as the Dickens.
Adam Jocelyn. It's been a while since I had that. Shit, we haven't done a show in what?
Couple weeks.
13 days?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
Something like this. That's crazy. Again, we're without our fearless leader, Adam Jocelyn, so it's good for you guys who want to hear him cut in. Well, the shorts were shorter.
I like that stuff.
Which one?
I like when he cuts them.
I do too, actually. I miss him.
We'll be here soon.
All right. Let's go right into the Browns in Houston. Let's get this fucking over with. What? You do what?
I started thinking of that again.
What? The Hawkins?
Yeah, I can't stop laughing.
This is stupid.
It's funny though. So what was the first game? I'm sorry.
Let's just go through the games. And the first one obviously was the worst one.
Cleveland.
Yeah. 45-14. They amounted to nothing. The defense completely fell apart. The offense in the second half fell apart. Coaching fell apart. Special teams was not good. Everything was. It was a bad day. Yeah.
You guys. So you had a bad day at the wrong time, but you lost to actually a really good football team.
Really good football team.
I couldn't be mad about that. And I think the Browns, man. I think they've got better seasons ahead of them.
The coach. We got our coach. I mean, there's no way we can shit on Stefanski anymore. He's gonna
we'll see what happens at the quarterback position, but you guys are going to be fine. I think it sucks. I really wanted to see them get past the first round.
I did too. I thought they could.
I really did too.
I thought they could.
I didn't see this game coming. We probably should have because we've been hyping up Stroudy all year long. And
let me say something to you. So they had a problem with Cleveland's defense on the road all year, and rightfully so. That's when we actually, Gardner Minshew kind of lit us up. Seattle lit us up. Like, when we go on the road, we're winning some games that we probably shouldn't have.
Was this one in Houston? I thought this one was in Cleveland.
It was in Houston.
They were the higher seed than you guys?
Yeah, they were division winner. Remember? Because Jacksonville had that fucking... At home, everybody's like, Cleveland's, all-world or all-history defense, whatever. And I was on that train, too. I was like, look at our fucking defense. But, I went back and looked the other day. First week we had Burrow. Excuse me, he was all hobbled up. The only real game we played was against Purdy when we did really well against him. After that, who else did we have? We had the Jets fucking quarterback. We had Browning again, which we even lost that game.
You're saying you had an easy
I'm saying, yeah, we were playing back.
You still play Baltimore twice a year and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and we lost our game at home to Baltimore because we had DTR.
Didn't you beat them once too?
Yeah, at their building. Same thing with
not too many teams have beat Baltimore this year.
But a lot of the home games we had were hurt quarterbacks or backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
At home, and that was probably why our defense. Not saying our defense was bad. I'm just saying it was a little bit inflated. Now that
let's just say if you had one healthy starting quarterback the whole season, we might be talking a different situation right now.
I agree. But I mean, the same thing too. The one thing we did not think was going to happen was the defense was going to fold. And Newsom had a terrible game. Hickman had a terrible game. Jerron Hartman had a terrible game. Myles Garrett was nowhere to be found. The only people that really played were Taki Taki.
He did play, right, Garrett?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was there. J.O.K. and Taki Taki, our linebackers, they had okay games. It looked like they tried. Defensive line was nowhere to be seen. In the secondary, there were problems in the secondary all over the place especially in that first half. And then Flacco comes out and throws a pick six. And listen, in the scenarios where I thought the Browns were going to win, almost all of them had a turnover or two from Joe Flacco. And maybe us even giving him 7 points because that's what we had done for the last 5 weeks, and I was okay with that. But 2 of them at crucial, that first.
This was the game you didn't want to see the turnovers happen.
Correct, especially for points. We couldn't give them we gave them 14 points. You can't do that.
Not turnovers. Otherwise, think about it, because what was it, 45 to what?
45-14.
I mean, and it's not much. To take away 14 of those points, now you're at what, 36?
Yeah.
Somewhere in that.
So listen, that first pick six was coming out of time. We were only down 10.
Actually, less than that.
And we're driving. We're on a 32-yard line. And Hudson, one of our line, because Batonio got hurt again, so the line's just playing awful. The offensive line played awful. Hudson lets this fucking guy gets fucking roasted, and this guy comes off the side and gets in Flacco's face. And Flacco's trying to throw it away, but he didn't get enough on it to throw it. Guy picks it off on the sideline, takes it back to 14. We were driving.
That's a quarterback.
That's 3 points or 7 points. That puts us into a score.
That's also a quarterback decision at that point. Should he have just stuck the ball and went down?
That's what he was saying after the game. But I mean, I understand he was trying to throw it away. Like, I get it. I mean, but then the next one, then he throws that terrible fourth down.
The game got out of control and out of hand really quick for the Browns.
It was over that first pick six.
Yeah, and
it was over. Because if we turn that into points for us, let's say we get fucking 7.
You
We're
ever
down
notice,
3.
like, in the playoffs too, one turnover like that decides it could even be in the first quarter sometimes, decides the whole fate of the game.
I heard somebody say this, like a really good play won't win you the game, but a really bad play can lose you the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a good. It's
and
true,
it's more
man.
so in the playoffs too.
Oh God, everything's amplified. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought they were gonna go further. Really happy for Houston. I like the Houston. I've been saying
talk
all day.
about Houston really quick. Stroud.
He fucking.
He's going to be the rookie of the year for sure.
I mean, I was saying that we made a lot of miscues on defense, and we did. We broke a lot of coverages, but credit to him for making the throws and fucking picking them
I
off.
watched his highlights again, and he had some incredible plays.
Flacco still had more yards than him. Flacco still,
really?
Yeah, he's super 307.
Flacco was fighting for his life, though.
He threw for 300 yards again, Flacco did. I mean, you can't. This guy's fucking awesome.
You think he stays for next season, or?
They might keep him on. I hope not, because I'm glad that he lost this game.
I wouldn't mind if they kept him on for the beginning of the season until he gets something.
My problem with him coming back next year, it's like as soon as Deshaun throws a pick six or does something wrong, the locker room, the fans, and the coaches are all going to look at Flacco like, "Fuck, we should put this motherfucker in." And that's just unhealthy.
Maybe that's what you should do.
We can't have our locker room turn on each other. That was like the big thing about our team.
Doesn't mean they're going to turn on each other. The only one who would turn would be Deshaun Watson.
Stroudy with a chance of meatball, 16 for 21, 274, 3 touches, no fucking turnovers.
274 is still good.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Singletary lit us up a little bit.
Did
he get a big run?
Did Stroud? Didn't he have one? Didn't he run one in too, or no? I thought he had a rushing touchdown. No, maybe.
No, Singletary had the rushing touchdown.
He did. Okay.
Dalton Schultz, 1 catch for 37 yards and a toucher, broken coverage. Nico Collins hit one for like 24 yards on us, a broken coverage, 6 for 96, 1 toucher. I mean, how can he not lock down? How can he not double team Nico Collins? They didn't double team him all game.
They didn't have faith in him.
John Mechie the third. Don't know who this fucking guy is. 3 catches for 44. I mean, it's
at this point, they're bringing out practice squad people now because they don't have anybody.
Brevin Jordan. I don't know who this fucking guy is.
I've heard of him a few
times.
times.
He catches 1 ball for 76 yards and a toucher on broken coverage. I mean, Jesus, missed tackles is what it was. We were tackling like
this is the difference between a good quarterback and who's going to be a great quarterback.
Stroudy.
When you see quarterbacks spread the ball around, and you see them get it to players that you don't even know who the fuck their name is.
9 players caught a ball in this game.
Tell me who that reminds you of.
You know what else was awesome? 0 fucking turnovers.
You need to have 0 turnovers in playoffs if there's ever going to be time you need to have it.
Stroudy only ran 1 time for 1 yard. He took 1. He's
so
throwing. He's not that RG3 people.
But he can be too, and I like that. If he has to run, he can.
But he's not trying it though.
He beats people with their legs if he has to.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's RG3. RG3 was out in 3 years. He won the rookie of the year too." He's dead. It's like, this is not fucking RG3. This is a real quarterback, CJ Stroud.
And he's got
I need a
smarts.
fucking jersey.
He's
good, and he has bad games. And I thought like we play a lot of man coverage and have a good pass rush. And that's remember when he played the Jets and the Jets beat their shit out of him. That's the same thing we do. And I was like, this is over. We're gonna crush them, right? I mean, we play man coverage and we rush the passer.
Don't ever know.
We got 9 pressures. We got 9 pressures all game. That's fucking it. And we played like I don't remember what the stat. I think it was like over half of our plays were zone. He has 21.
Only 9 of those he felt pressure. That's not bad for him.
It's really bad for us.
But he was able to get the ball out fast too. You saw some of the plays.
It's really bad for us.
I saw a couple plays where immediately he's taking the ball, he's moving to the right when coverage is coming at him, and then he just
he was so
pressure's coming at him. I mean, and he's just
he saw the field so well, and he was so comfortable.
Man, you can't let him get that comfortable. If he does that against Baltimore, they're going to be in trouble too.
Yeah, they will be in fucking trouble.
Not think it's a different, and you can.
Because Stroud's really good against zone, and if you can play man, and the times you did play man, he
Baltimore
burns on that
can
too.
play man too. They can play man coverage. They can do that easily.
They got good
but I don't think it matters. I think Stroud knows how to rush the ball. I think he doesn't care if you have man coverage. He's going to beat you. He's going to thread the needle. He's going to get the ball where it has to be.
This year he's struggled again. When he has struggled, it's been rush the passer, man coverage, which is what we fucking do.
But that's a lot of the games too. I mean,
yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think a lot of people run zone schemes nowadays. I mean, I think it's a lot of cover 2, cover 3 zone.
Those
I don't know that. But,
teams.
But hey, good for the Houston. They're a team I'm looking for. I would love for them to go up and beat Baltimore. Anybody but Baltimore, fucking Kansas City, and 49ers. I don't want them in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't. If I'd still watch if Baltimore went, I do not want to see Kansas City go.
No, absolutely not. And the 49ers, I love the team, but they already.
I'm not trying to hate on the Chiefs, but come on, they don't even deserve it this year. They weren't.
No, fuck the Chiefs. And fuck Mahomes. I'm sick of that motherfucker. I used to like Mahomes.
Do you like when he cries at all, or no?
No, that's why I hate him now. He's a little whiny bitch. He's a little whiny, yeah. Congratulations, Houston.
I love you, Taylor.
I blew the whole team. Huh?
What?
Nothing. She's like, nothing. Miami, Kansas City. This was the Cold Bowl.
What a barn burner.
A Cold Bowl. It was tough to watch.
Cold Bowl. It was colder in Buffalo, I think.
It was.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't colder.
It was 20 degrees in Kansas City. I think it was.
Well, okay. So everybody's like negative 50 degrees. It was negative 5 fucking degrees.
No.
It was
negative
negative 5. And the wind chill pushed it to 15.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was not negative 35. It was negative 30. No, it fucking wasn't, asshole.
No, it wasn't.
Negative 5.
If it was negative 30, you wouldn't have been out there.
For real. I mean, dude, negative 5 is fucking cold.
Negative 5, you can get frostbite.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure 0 degrees you can get frostbite.
Hey, did you see fucking Andy Reid with icicles on his beard? He looked like a kid's cartoon, you know?
Are you serious?
He had icicles on his beard. It's fucking awesome.
That is pretty
He looked like a walrus. I love it.
He kind of looks like a walrus anyways. That's not nice to say. I'm not going to say.
Oh, dude, Andy Reid's a G. We got respect for Andy Reid in the show. We just don't like his quarterback or his whiny little bitch tight end with his whore girlfriend.
Motto? With his whore. So you're gonna still tell me that you're not a Swiftie then?
I will never have.
They were wondering if she's gonna make the trip up to cold Buffalo, Western New York, and be at that game.
She might.
I said she wouldn't be, but a lot of people are saying she'll be there for. I said she wouldn't be.
If she values her relationship, she'll stay at home.
She's only showed up at the home game.
If she goes to Buffalo, she's gonna get cornholed and plowed all through it. The snow's not the only thing they're gonna be plowing in Buffalo.
Oh my god.
How's she gonna contain herself? They're gonna be like, hey, baby, you want a beer? She's like, I'll blow you.
I mean, it's popcorn, peanuts.
Honey, where are you? She's gonna be like,
popcorn, peanuts, nuts.
You pop nuts?
Popcorn, peanuts, nuts.
She's gonna blow that whole stadium.
Sucking it down.
Or die trying.
I mean,
write a song about it. Kelsey's gonna be crying, and not even because of her, because he missed the pass and can't block. Maybe that's why he's been crying so much. I don't know how he makes all pro teams.
Come on.
When he doesn't block.
All jokes aside, he is a good tight end.
He's a good catcher. He's
a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver.
All-time receiver.
He doesn't block because he's not a tight end. He's really a receiver.
Is he capable?
Yeah, he's big enough. Yeah.
Because he doesn't, and he won all pro this year.
I've seen him block.
I don't think he deserved it. I mean, everybody's forgetting about Hawkins. You want to see a
I wish we
receiving
could look
tight
at his
end?
stats.
Hawkins was the best
Look at his
receiving
stats and make that decision. He probably. I know he didn't have the best year.
No, his stats this year were not good.
No.
So you can't put him in.
He probably got 12 touchdowns, right?
He didn't get what fucking Hawkinson got. I don't know it, but I know it.
Hawkinson's really good.
He was the best receiving tight end in the league.
I don't know if he. Are you sure Laporta wasn't? Laporta's.
Oh, there you go. The fucking rookie. Laporta was probably up there too.
He's up there for Rookie of the Year with Stroud. He could take that too.
I'd be fine with that. He was a G.
I wouldn't. I think Stroud deserves it.
He's out still.
You never see is he? I think he's coming back this game.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But no, you're right. Give it to Stroudy. Stroudy's a G.
Stroudy's B.
This is a hard watch.
Okay.
I don't hate the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins. I have a Dolphins blanket over there.
Quick question about this game. Do you think the weather affected the Dolphins playing?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
Well, they did. A lot of people, because I was just wanting to get your take, because a lot of people were saying it's extremely cold out there. I feel bad. People were saying we feel bad for the Dolphins coming from where they play. 90 degrees.
Well, they won a snow bowl against the Bills last year, didn't they?
Well, that's my whole point. Like, they still played cold weather. I mean, they played the Patriots twice a year, the Bills twice a year, and the Jets. So, 6 of their games, about 4 of those are going to be ice cold. So, this isn't something that's new to them. Maybe because of the stadium they're in, it's West Coast.
So, I think it affected the game, Kevin. Is it an excuse? No, it's not. You got to go win the fucking fucking football. You got to go play you got to win the game.
Let's not make an excuse.
I'm not making an excuse for it. I do think that.
No, I'm saying as a whole. let's not make an excuse for them that the weather played that much of a factor because a lot of teams played in cold weather this week.
And even if it did, I don't care. You got to win the game.
Right. There's got to be some.
The Chiefs are playing in the same fucking weather.
Knowing that, there's got to be some game plan going in there. What are we going to do? Are we going to make it a ground game the whole time? Are we going to pound the ground?
As a coach,
and which is what I think they should have did because having A-Chain and was Mostert healthy for that one.
Yeah, you know what? They got down really early, and that's why we only saw 8 carries from Mostert.
But what if you change? I mean, the score is only 26-7, correct?
Yeah.
What if you change? Say you start getting away, we got to throw the ball. What if you don't? What if you're only down a couple of scores?
Fuck, we're gonna run 13 times in this quarter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Pound it.
That's a good idea. You're gonna lose anyway. They didn't know they were gonna lose anyway. That's why I get that.
But Mostert and A-Chain are the type of guys. Am I saying that right? Is it A-Chain?
Yeah,
I think it is. Whatever.
A-Chain.
Devin A-Chain. Whatever the case may be, these are guys that are capable of busting off for 35, 45 rushing yards on one play sometimes.
And I understand, like, in the cold, like, I feel bad for the offensive line in the cold. Because you ever smack your finger off something when it's like,
oh, that hurts.
It's like, Jesus Christ.
The ball hits it.
And those guys are all hands and fingers.
But don't they pad those up when the games get like that?
I hope so. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
sure they do.
But running the ball, even running the ball,
you can only pad it up so much because if there's a fumble, they want to be able to recover it. But I'd be covering my knuckles. Mm-hmm. It is. It's a bruising game. That's why you get paid millions upon millions of dollars. It's like boxers, you know.
And this is not a week 10 who's your mother match. This is a fucking playoff game. Yeah. Baby. I don't care if you're cold. You come correct. I mean, the other team's got to play in the same fucking conditions. I don't care if it's home. It's still fucking cold.
You got to come correct, baby.
Poor fucking Walrus had icicles on his beard.
And you know what? That's what happened. Is the Chiefs did. They came correct in this one.
Hey, Rice had a big game.
Swifty was doing her. What do they call that? The swag,
the cerebral palsy dance. Yeah, I saw it.
I finally saw it.
Oh, I hated it.
The swag?
I don't know. She's a swag slut. I'm sorry, Taylor Swift. I keep calling you a whore and stuff. I know you're not a whore. It's just fun for me to say that. I feel fucking bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't be talking about her like that.
Shouldn't be.
You don't know her.
I shouldn't be talking about anybody like that.
But hey, you have an opinion about her.
I blew your friends.
We make fun of it. It's not fair. It's not true. But it's funny. It's still comedy.
It's still funny.
It's still funny as shit.
Okay. Rashid Rice. Rashid. You always want to put a D in the end of his name.
Rashid. Because there is a Rashid something else on New Orleans.
Rashid Wallace.
No, something Rashid.
8 for 130 and a toucher.
Man, that guy's fucking on fire. He's a keeper, right? I mean, they're not getting rid of him next year, correct?
Once his quarterback calms the fuck down, quits being a bitch, and throws it to him when he's open, they'll both be just fine. They'll both be just fine. He's not open. You're not looking, motherfucker. You just tuck and run, and you got 2 dudes open.
But Buffalo would love
his timing is so fucked up this year, Patrick Mahomes. I guess he's getting it back. I hope they lose next round. I really do.
If he, well, they're gonna have a tough game next round. But if he, like you said, if Patrick Mahomes straightens up, I mean, Rashid Rice is gonna have records.
He's a good fucking player. He's a fucking rookie, man.
I mean, he's up there too, man. Like. I guess he's not going to beat out like a C.J. Stroud or Sam Laporta but he should be in the top.
He's not beating out Nakua. I mean, Nakua's a fucking rookie.
That's right. Yeah, Nakua's up there too. I mean, Nakua's definitely.
You can't poo-poo him if they give it to him. It's like, okay, I get it. You know.
No, you're right. But I think Rashid Rice, he's their number 1 in the future.
He's their number 1 right now, and I guess that's the problem. I guess that's why he's such a bitch about it. He's like, our number 1 receiver is a fucking rookie. All right, but you've never done the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning thing where you make people better. He's never done that. That's not.
He wants them to because he wants them to become better for him.
Correct. But he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to improve them.
I don't know if he's capable of doing it.
Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, you could put them on any team and they'll make those people look like superstars.
Mahomes has 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he's got 2. He's been to 4.
If he wants 4, I think he's been to 3.
Okay.
If he wants 4 or 5 before he's done, he's gonna have to start being a leader.
I think he gets 1 more before he retires. I think towards the end of his career, he gets lucky. They get in. They have a good set team. Kelsey might even still be there, and I think they put together an extraordinary campaign. Maybe 1 more time, but that's all he's got. And I hate to. I'm not trying to come down on somebody or say you can't do it because you can, but.
And he can do it. When he plays, he's a phenomenal player.
But prove it more. You know, I
agree.
And be a better team.
And be a leader.
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't
hold these guys accountable. And
that Kadarius Toney, I think he fucked up so many times because I think he let Mahomes get in his head. And I'm sure.
I don't think Mahomes got enough in his head. I think if Mahomes was there and helping him and teaching him, holding him accountable,
maybe it wouldn't have been.
I don't think he needs mentor. I think he needs held accountable. Like, hey, we don't do that shit on here. If you're gonna keep doing that, then you're fucking out. He's like, fuck. I really step myself.
That's a good way.
He sucks. He always drops my balls. He's doing it over there, not to his face. He just pulled Tony. Tony, that's fucking. You suck right now. I know you're better than this. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Or else we're just not gonna throw it to you no more.
There's another way you can
know
do
how
it
to
too.
do this.
Some quarterbacks like Tom Brady used to pull them aside and they'd be like, after such and such, we're going out there and I'm gonna start.
I saw Tom Brady getting linebackers' faces when they miss a fucking thing because he knows what they're supposed to be doing. You know, like you hold people accountable. That's it.
Yep. All right. Anything else to say about this game? We didn't talk about Miami too much, other than they should have ground and pound. Tua wasn't throwing the ball.
No,
well.
and Tua didn't look right the last few weeks, and the whole offense didn't look right. You know,
they had to part ways at this point.
But I don't give them a pass for the cold weather. They
I'll tell you what, they would have been better off playing us one more time. They might have actually won that one.
I doubt that. I doubt that heavily.
Only reason I say it is it's hard to beat teams 3-4 times in a row.
Okay? Yeah, I mean, well, the same could be said for them playing you guys. You know, it's hard to beat a team you see all the time. So I don't know. I don't think they would have won that game either, to be honest. But who knows?
Better luck next year to the Dolphins.
How about this fucking game? Green Bay, Dallas. So wait. Hey, before these happened, who did you have in the Cleveland-Houston game? You picked Cleveland, right?
Yes.
I did as well. Miami, Kansas City. Who'd you pick? I picked Miami.
I picked Kansas City. I just had a feeling Kansas City was going to whoop their ass at home.
And you were right. Okay, so I'm 0 for 2. You're 1 for 2 right now. In this,
what's this next game now?
Another one. I fucking lost. I'm 0 for 3. Fucking Dallas, Green Bay. I picked Dallas all day. I did not.
I think I picked Dallas.
I knew the Browns could lose. I didn't know Dallas could lose.
Remember we were talking about it? I was like, I have a feeling like if Green Bay could pull an upset or something, but I think I picked Dallas though because. I thought Green Bay was just too young, and I thought Dallas, this was their time.
I didn't think they were going to get over 17 fucking points in this game, Green Bay. I just didn't, and that's me being an asshole, I guess. But like, I just didn't see how it happened.
I didn't care what the score was going to be. I just didn't think they were going to be able to take Dallas, and it was at home, correct? Yeah.
And Dallas came back.
Or
they were
Dallas,
losing.
man, they got a lot to talk about in the offseason as to what they're going to do moving forward.
They were losing by like 38 at one point, and they ended up losing by 16.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They lost to the Bills by like 29 or 30 points.
Actually, it was funny. Like up until like week 10, all their wins and losses were all blowouts, pretty much, except for like 1 or 2 games. Like they lose by a lot, or they won by a lot.
Which is, you gotta give that team some. I'm a Dak Prescott hater. I prefer that. See, you like him. See, there you go. I just don't like something about his gameplay, and especially when it comes to bigger games. Maybe he gets in his head. Maybe he has, because I know Josh Allen does that a lot. Maybe he gets in his own head and he gets in his own way.
Can I read something to you real quick? 41 for 60.
Jesus.
403, 3 touchdowns, 2
that?
interceptions. He threw the ball 60 times.
And how many yards?
403, 3 touchdowns and 2 picks. And
wow.
The 2 picks were a big thing. And you know, their defense gave up a bunch of shit to Love too.
That's not a game you lose.
Love, 16 for 21.
How
272, 3 touchers.
So what was it? Aaron Jones was running the ball?
21 carries, 118, 3 touchers.
For Aaron Jones?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, offensively, Romeo Dobbs.
That's stupid.
Romeo Dobbs, puppy. 6 for 151 and a toucher. 6 for 6. He had 6 targets, cut fucking all.
Anything from Jaden Reed?
Jaden Reed, no. He was a no-show. He got 3 targets, but he didn't get anything.
What about
Watson?
Yeah.
1 target, 1 catch, 9 yards.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Remember a year ago, he was their wide receiver 1.
He only completed 16 passes, Love. So it wasn't a lot to spread around. 6 catches to Romeo Dobbs, 3 to Musgrave, 2 to Wicks.
You got to figure they're probably double covering either Watson or Reed.
Yeah.
That left Dobbs open.
Dallas receiving, they had 2 people over 100 yards. Michael Gallup, 6 catches out of 6.
CeeDee Lamb, he had a good
CeeDee Lamb had 17 targets. 9 catches, but 17 targets for 9 catches,
so
1
he dropped 8 of them?
Jake Ferguson, bro. 10 catches, 12 targets, 10 catches, 93 yards, 3 touchers. Pollard had a toucher.
That's their tight end, correct?
Yeah. That's their loudmouth, in-your-face tight end. He's awesome. I like that guy.
I might have to.
He's a shit talker.
Him one year.
He's a shit talker. I like him.
But
yeah, I mean, the defense gave up. Sometimes I was looking at these highlights and it was like, is this like a punt return? Where's the Dallas defenders? And it's just can't catch the ball. Right?
This game on the whole, what's worse? The disappointment of losing first round in the playoffs, and this has been many times for Dallas now. Or so would you say that's worse, or the fact that now knowing moving forward, you're not in a rebuild, but you're making adjustments. You might be getting new head coach. You might be getting rid of Dak Prescott. You're talking about these things. You might be moving on from him. You might be trying. CeeDee Lamb's going to stay. He's going to get paid.
Yeah.
What do you think about? I mean, what's more disappointing? The season ender in the first round?
I think the season ender.
Yeah.
Because
now let me ask you this too: had they have won the first game, let's say they go to the NFC Championship, they lose there, they don't go to the bowl. At that point, don't you think that changes a lot? You're like, look, that got us the damn big dance. He didn't get us to the bowl, but he's staying. The coach is staying. You're keeping the coach.
I don't think the season was a failure if you made it to the fucking NFC Championship game.
But
I really don't.
But you know what they're saying now. It's every year that they do this and they get to that first round, they lose.
I know.
So
I do think it's worse that they lost. You know, this is a team that should have been. They should have went further. They should have won this game. They should have went further.
This is a team that
and they didn't.
Honestly, if they wanted to prove it and go all out this year, this is a team that should have been in the bowl this year. I'm sorry.
I agree. No, you're right. You're right. I don't think NFC Championship.
You're showing your cards. You've got everything on the table. You either win it, or now. I think that's why they did it that way. I think now they're like, we need to rebuild. We need to do something different.
And you cut the coach, and they needed a new coach anyway. McCarthy's a play not to lose instead of a play to win kind of guy. They need somebody young and angry to come in with some fire. Like when Jimmy Johnson came in.
There's not a lot of options. I mean, you got to think that you're thinking Harbaugh, you're thinking Belichick.
Harbaugh's not going to go there.
Why did you say that?
I think he knows where he wants to go. I think he wants to go to San Diego or you know what I'm talking about, Los Angeles.
Chargers?
Yeah. He wants the Chargers.
They want him over there.
I think he wants it there for whatever fucking reason. I think he wants it there.
Cheers. Let's do this shot because it's that way.
But I think, I mean, honestly, as the Cowboys, you go into next offseason with a lot of bright spots. I mean, a good defense, people coming back on the line, people coming back in the secondary, a good offense. I don't think Dak's a terrible problem. I know he fucked up in this game a little bit, but he's also the reason they didn't lose by 40. He came back at the end. And actually, they would have had another 6 or 8 points if they didn't.
In all honesty, he's part of the reason they're in the playoffs. That was a hell of a season.
He was. Everybody's like Dak MVP.
He might be.
Fuck yeah.
He might be on the wrong team, man. I don't know what the problem is.
It could be.
You got to win that first playoff game at least.
He should have won this game. Yeah. He gets no excuse for this. They should have won this game. The defense played like shit.
Yeah.
Dak played like shit. But you know they tried to. They're right at the end. It was just too little, too late. Jordan Love played great.
They would have loved to have had Diggs in this game, Trayvon.
Yeah, they needed him. They really I mean, there's only so much magic DeRon Bland could do, and I know he broke the record for pick sixes this year. And he had like
did he? I didn't know that.
Games. Oh, he had 6 pick sixes this year. I think it was in 7 games.
He's on a great defense. It gives you opportunities.
But that's you know how he did that. He got lucky a lot by taking chances, and that's awesome. You want that in a cornerback. He's taking chances and doing. But you know what happens a lot more times than often than not is you take those chances and you fall fucking flat in your face and you give up a 40-yard fucking toucher. You know, so he's a good corner, but he's not fucking Diggs. And when Diggs went down, he's the one that came in and replaced him. And he's getting, pick six. Pick six. Dallas fans are shut up doing a Charleston. They're like, fuck yeah, we got a better corner. Whoa. He's not a better corner. No, he's making good plays, but like this is going to run out.
Oh, you're saying he's a better corner?
I don't know. There's like, well, what they were saying, and they were right. If Diggs didn't go down, the Bland one came in and been doing this.
But now they can use them in tandem.
Yeah, well, so maybe hopefully Bland got humbled the last 3 games. You know, not just this game, but the last 3 where he didn't have too good. You know, he was giving up 120 QBR or something like that.
I mean, we'll see what they do next season. Green Bay, fucking hats off to them.
They played a great game. Fucking Aaron Jones, homie. I mean, and Love played great. Love played really good.
He's their quarterback for the next few years. He's not going anywhere.
There's no doubt. You can't get rid of him.
Rookie coming in. Oh, I always say he's a rookie. It's his 3rd year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's his 1st year starting.
It's his 1st year starting. I got to correct myself.
But homie, he's
to come
good.
and do that, yeah. I like him. I like him for the team. He's got a great receiving core now.
He might be better than Herbert.
He's got to be. Listen, he's got a great.
You're right.
Listen, he's got a great receiving core.
And he plays good.
He needs some tight ends.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he could use a tight end.
And they're going to need some running backs because their running back situation is getting old now. It's great still, but they're older.
No, you're right.
What's Aaron Jones, 32 or 33?
There's no sustainability in this.
I'm pretty sure A.J. Dillon's like 31 by now. Aaron Jones has to be 32, 33. He's got to be. Maybe 31.
Doesn't show his fucking age on it.
Well, I'm telling you, they're great, but...
He was drafted in 2017, if that gives you anything. He's probably 22 when he came in. Let's just say.
So he's 29. Okay, he's 29.
So yeah, he's got a year or 2 left, and he's done.
No, he might have been 20. He could be 28, 29. So he might have a couple more years, you know. But you got to start looking towards that too.
He was born in '94. He's 29 years old.
There you go. He's got a year or 2.
He's got a year or 2.
A.J. Dillon's younger than him.
Maybe because this is where we start to see and he was hurt a lot this year too. Remember that. But I like
what a hell of a fucking playoff.
I like the Packers. like the Packers, man. That was awesome. This
Super
is awesome.
Bowl this year, maybe?
Dude. Hey, if somehow they can beat the Niners, I mean, I'm picking them to win the Super Bowl.
If Brock Purdy gets hurt again,
that's how you beat the Niners.
That's anybody's
He's
game.
He's the weak. If you can fuck him up, then they go down.
McCaffrey's
gonna get his 100
I feel
yards,
like he's injury prone. He hurts himself, so it's a possibility.
Well, the Browns this year, the Ravens this year, when we beat them, you know how we did it? Is we fucked Purdy up. Purdy had like 57 yards against us total, and fucking Ravens just made him throw picks and then knock his ass out of the game. If you can take out Purdy, and McCaffrey still went nuts in those games too.
Yeah.
I mean, McCaffrey got hurt in the third quarter of our game.
If you take Purdy out, it takes away a lot of the sting, you know?
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Well, it takes out their engine to go. Like I said, McCaffrey's still going to get 100 yards rushing and a touchdown or two and catch 3 balls for 50 yards. That's just going to happen. You can't stop that. What you can't stop is Purdy.
You can't try. If you can shut McCaffrey out,
you have to take him out of the game. The only way to stop McCaffrey is to hurt him.
Yeah.
Literally, he's the MVP of that team. He is.
Think he's the MVP this year?
You can't stop him. Yeah, I really do.
Or do you think Lamar takes that?
I think Lamar takes it.
I don't think
the vote's already in.
I don't think Lamar's done enough to.
I don't either. I think
not
McCaffrey's
to overtake McCaffrey.
I think McCaffrey's the MVP.
But has he ever had an MVP, McCaffrey?
No, I don't believe so, man.
He deserves one. Come on.
He deserves it this year. He's been such a juggernaut for that team.
Yeah, he juggles a lot of knots.
And as you see, like the way to beat them is not taking him out because you can't fucking do it.
No.
The way to beat them is to take Purdy out. You know, make sure Debo's doubled sometimes and take fucking Brock Purdy out. Live with what Ayuk gets because it's a little stringy, and live with what fucking McCaffrey does because you can't stop it. And on defense, make sure they don't fucking pressure you up front with their linebackers and get them in their top 2 safeties. They play single high safety
in there though. I mean, that Bosa is a scary dude, man.
You got to deal with that.
And what's homeboy who came from Washington?
Oh, Chase Young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got some nasty.
This was a closer game than I thought, Detroit. And
now here's another thing. Like normally when you get the bye, you're happy about that, right? You want the bye, right?
Yes.
I feel like these teams are fully rested, but I feel like they haven't played in 2 weeks now. I don't like that.
I don't like that they rested the week.
And I don't like
the season and then went
Stroudy's coming in hot, baby.
Hot. Off what best game of his career.
You could put him in tomorrow, and he's going to put. You could put him in a game tomorrow. He's probably going to put up another 400. He's going to put up a 400-yard pass.
I mean, you can't get this guy's confidence more up right now. In a playoff game in your first year, you torched the fucking #1 defense. Also, the team that traded, so you were even there in the fucking first place.
He might want to be the first rookie to win a Super Bowl. Has any rookie ever won a Super Bowl? I doubt it.
I don't know. Alexa, has any rookie ever won a Super Bowl?
Quarterback. You didn't say quarterback.
Good morning, Jake. There are 105 active NFL quarterbacks, including Joe Flacco, who debuted in 2008, Aaron Rodgers, who debuted in 2005.
Alexa, stop. God, we need fucking Adam back. God damn. Alexa is not a good researcher.
Because instead of Alexa, we just go Adam, or we go like Hebrew Hammer.
I'll look it up right now.
He's good at that, though.
Yeah, he also shit himself one time.
All right, why don't you look it up on here? Now, we're wasting our time. Let's move on. We'll figure it out.
Rams Lions. 23-24, a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, and I was happy. I wanted the Rams to win this game. I didn't want the Rams to win this game. I wanted the Lions to win this game.
I didn't care either way. But I like both those teams.
The closer it got, I was like, oh.
I like both those teams.
I do too. I like the Lions. I like it because they've never been there. It's a good story if they go up and they win it. So it was the first playoff game in Detroit that Stafford played in.
It's not true. There's no way that's
in
true.
Detroit. I think it is. I don't think they ever had a road. I think he went to the playoffs twice when he was there.
So whenever they done it, was on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such.
I think so.
Hey,
right?
at least he comes in there saying, "I got a Super Bowl ring." I'd be like,
"Hey,
fuck
bro!"
you.
And check this out: 25 for 36, 367, 2 touchers, no picks, no fumbles.
That's Stafford.
Yeah.
Nice, good game.
No turnovers by either team. No turnovers by either team.
That was a good freaking game, man.
Yeah, dude, it was a good game. The running backs of both teams are fucking awesome. They didn't show it in this game particularly, but they're awesome. The quarterbacks, they're both really good quarterbacks. They really are. Amon St. Brown, 7 for 110. What can you say? Puka Nacua, 9 for 181 and a toucher. What can you say, dude?
What a way to go out.
Cooper Kupp, 5 catches for 27.
Poor Cooper. He's a legend, son. They double team him all the time, or he's going to get away with the ball.
And that opens it up.
And then that's the problem: is Puka's just as good as Cooper. You can't cover both unless you're.
Puka's.
I don't know what the defensive scheme would be to cover two top amazing, which is why I always wanted a good wide receivers in Buffalo. You got two top wide receivers. This is the type of games you play. You can't cover them all.
No, you just
can't cover them. On top of that, you got Kyron Williams as your running. You can't cover all those guys. Come on.
You do what you can.
Lions are lucky to win this game. They got out of this one by the skin of their teeth.
Yes, they did. Yes,
24-23 is saying something.
Yeah, the Rams were supposed to be not in the playoffs this year, and they came up and made a
props
killing
to them,
themselves.
man.
They did a good job.
Sean McVay.
They got no picks. They got no nothing.
So McVay,
they gave everything away to win that Super Bowl.
McVay stays, correct? McVay stays.
Dude, he's a good coach. Yeah, he stays.
Is he a D?
He's a D. He shouldn't have they shouldn't have been in the playoffs this year. The Rams. Everybody thought they were going to be trash, and they have nothing to rebuild their team. They're hanging on by the skin of their teeth. They're like, oh, they're going to cut everybody, try to get some cap space because they have no first-round picks.
I wouldn't cut anybody. I'd keep this exact same team for next year.
No, bro, they're good. They showed everybody this year. Hey, we're fine, homie. We
think
can play
how good
football.
Nakua is going to be this year.
How long is Stafford going to be playing for?
I think he's got another. I mean, he's contracted there. I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know his contract.
I think with the juice he showed right now. God, the guy's probably he's not 40 yet. I think he's 38. If he keeps his body healthy and he doesn't get hit a lot, he could play till 42 if he wanted to. I'm sure he's got another year or two though. He's not going to quit this team next year. He's going to be on the team. He played, and to have someone come in and sub for him the whole year, and they had a couple, hiccups along the way. People getting injured, Kupp getting injured again. Seems to be a reoccurring thing, maybe because of his age. Or maybe he's just getting hit at the wrong time.
Maybe because of the way he runs routes. It's always his lower extremities. Right? Maybe he's too quick. He's too fast. He's snapping routes, and tendons don't get stronger. Muscles
get
weaker. Stronger. Tendons stay.
He might go to make one of those turns he made when he was 23, and he snaps his damn.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a problem. I'm just saying, he runs vicious.
This team is good.
Routes.
This team is better next year. This team is going second round of playoffs next year at least, and who knows beyond that. This is a great team. They're coached well. I love everything about them, and I think they played a hell of a game against Detroit. The better team won that day. Detroit does deserve it as well.
Chef Nick was in the kitchen yesterday calling me McVay. McVay, where you at? He said,
you do look like McVay.
He's a little Chef. He's a little bigger. You're
not really. He's slim. He's slim.
He's like, his beard grows in better.
His beard grows better. Chef was on one yesterday.
Fucking Chef.
That was great. I love Chef now.
But yeah, 24-23. Couldn't ask for a better game, honestly. It was nice and competitive. This is probably the best game, the most competitive game of the week, right? This is the most competitive game of the week.
Competitive-wise, yeah. I feel they were all competitive. I feel it's playoffs. Every single game is competitive.
Browns game didn't seem very competitive.
I don't think they tried to roll over and just take it. I think there was some bad mishaps, some bad play calls.
Yeah, they just shouldn't have. Let's get to your boys.
Yeah. Man, I wish we could show highlights and stuff because I'd love to highlight that Josh Allen 52-yard, his longest rushing touchdown.
The scamper. I think.
Did you see it?
Yes, 2 plays after he had that.
You need to pull it up so we can watch it.
That one play had more yards than the whole Pittsburgh rushing attack.
I just love how physical he gets in the postseason. He always is. Now, we haven't had a lot of success, but to watch him slice through a defender or two, and then they're like, they all thought he was down. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, he's got it. It looked like almost like a rugby play. How fast he shot out of the cannon and took. We need to watch it. Pull it up. Let's watch it.
I can't pull it up on here. God, you're so crazy. Come on.
It was great. All right. But other than that, lots of notable plays.
He only had 203 passing yards.
No, I know.
Listen, I don't want to.
Whole game though.
He is.
It's like throwing ice.
They are going to win or lose on Josh Allen. They're kind of like the Cowboys in that sense, where everybody wants to blame fucking Dak for everything, and they're going to blame him for everything. If they don't win, he's going to get blamed for it, and he's got to play.
But not by his fans, and not by his community.
He played great this game. He did. What was it? 21 for 30, 203, 3 touchers.
Diggs looked great. Did some of Diggs catches?
Did you see him drink the? Did you see him drink the Steelers?
Yeah, my wife was like, I hope that doesn't affect the game.
Yeah,
she said that was pretty disrespectful. It was. You don't do that, right? Am I right? Or should you be like, hey,
you
man,
can, but you better fucking win. You have to win.
Is it that way though? Because you'd be like, hey, man, I was thirsty.
No.
Some of your water.
He did that as like, this is my house. This is my sideline now. Like he didn't do that like, hey, excuse me, can I please buy my drink? No, he did it like, I'll take what I want over here.
I guess you're right about that. It was a little disrespectful. My wife said it was. She didn't like it, but she still loves Diggs. My kids love Diggs. He had a hell of a fucking game, man. Some of his catches were just outstanding that he made.
But he wasn't even the high.
Dawson Knox had a nice one-hander. He also had a touchdown. Dalton Kincaid had a toucher. Josh Allen, the 52-yard scamper in the end zone, like the big FU, right finger right to their face. That was kind of, I feel like, and I don't remember if that was the second quarter or third quarter, but I feel like that was the nail in the coffin at that moment. And I'm not coming down on Pittsburgh. They're an amazing team. They had some great plays, but I feel like that...
They shouldn't have fucking been there. They didn't deserve to be in the fucking playoffs.
Yes, they did. Yes,
they fucking didn't.
Really? You
No,
feel that?
they fucking didn't.
They had a good comeback to the end of their season. They've been through quarterbacks.
The only game that I'll give them...
T.J. Watt.
The only game where I was like, wow, you know what? You guys earned that win. Was the Seahawks game. Other than that, all their wins
That
were
was a hell of a fucking
fluky,
game, dude.
or like they did
Seahawks
not beat
that
the
one.
Rams this year. You know this, right? You know the Rams got royally fucked by the refs, and probably the biggest fuckery of the year in that game. That spot, that bullshit, horseshit fucking spot that gave them the game. Like they didn't deserve half this shit.
All right.
They're not a good team. They're well coached though. And I don't care. I don't care if he's out there doing the old trip. Tomlin's a hell of a
You just said all that shit about them. I love it. And then you're like, they're well coached though.
What I mean is I don't want any of their players. I don't want fucking Najee Harris. I don't even want Jalen Warren.
You
Their
would like to
quarterbacks
have
all fucking
Pickens
suck.
or Johnson?
Pickens, okay.
Pickens is good.
I like to have Pickens. I'd
What
like to have
about,
Watt.
what about Kenny Pickett? Would you take him as your quarterback in Cleveland next year?
No, but he can wipe my ass.
What about Mitchell Trubisky?
I mean, he can be our practice squad, dude.
Listen,
all right.
one thing I'll say about Trubisky, he's not a starter. I've said this since you've been talking to me.
Been trying to get this video on my camera.
He's a great backup, and he's a great closer. Great.
Why do you say closer?
You know, he closed a couple of games for the Bills perfectly with like almost out of hitch. Because
Bills?
when you got
Trubisky played for the Bills?
When you got Trubisky was their backup in the one season.
Oh.
So listen, when you got about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter and you just need to shut the team down by getting a couple first downs, Trubisky's your guy.
Cool.
He'll get you the first downs to close the game. You want him to play a full 4 quarters? You might want to rethink that. And, you might want to look at other options, such as and it's another thing I've been saying, and he was too.
Fucking Adam said it
We
all.
both
fucking
said,
day.
yeah, I said I think they should
And he
put
was.
Mason Rudolph.
And you know what? He had an okay game.
So,
22 for 39,
listen.
a pick, 2 touchers. Like he played
Listen,
okay.
he's their starter next year. If you don't start Mason Rudolph next year, you're freaking doing something stupid over there in Pittsburgh.
You know they're not going to. They're going to start Kenny Pickett again.
No. You keep Rudolph. You get rid of Pickett. If you can, or anything, he rides the pine.
I say you're right. He's your backup now.
Yeah.
Give me
Mason
Trubisky,
Rudolph
no
is fine.
offense. Keep the.
And why they never do this in the NFL? That they're always, well, we paid Pickett, so we got to. No, you go with the hot hand.
They didn't pay him. He's a rookie, isn't he?
I'm saying as an example.
Yeah.
Like, there's teams.
Oh,
that
so
will be
like Watson.
Right. Like, we paid our guy, we're sticking with them. If you've got a hotter hand, just like, and I can go back to like the Super Bowl where Frank Reich had that amazing Bills comeback, took us to the Super Bowl that year, and then they put Kelly in, and we lost.
Poor Frank Reich.
Poor Frank Reich, the Super Bowl. He was the dude that year. Yeah. He had that amazing comeback against what were they back then? The Houston Oilers.
I don't remember.
With Warren.
You say that. But you never know.
Warren Moon.
And Frank Reich's the guy who just got fired from Carolina this year.
He needs to coach somewhere. I think he's a good coach. I think he needs help around him. He needs
Washington. Can I interest you in Washington, Frank?
Yeah, definitely. If I was Frank Reich, I'd look at it. He needs he needs good offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. Because as though he was a quarterback and he was great, he needs help making certain game time decisions.
Frank Reich.
I don't know who the
I know they're
offensive
trying to
coordinator,
hire a
defensive
couple
coordinators. I don't
executives.
know any of the coordinators over there, but if they're good,
He
yeah,
can bring his
he
own.
needs it.
I'll tell you what he inherits though.
He doesn't need his own. He needs some. Because
Good wide receivers.
what he's been doing hasn't been
running back.
working for him. He needs to go to a place that suits his needs at every level, every aspect.
Well, now you sound like he needs to be a coordinator instead of a head coach. The head coach makes his own fucking decisions.
No, I think he's still head coach material for sure.
I like him in Howell. That's what I was getting at. I like him in Howell.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind though. Just that you were mentioning that I thought maybe he should be a coordinator. I wouldn't mind him coming to Buffalo and being a coordinator. finish the rest of his years. Maybe our assistant, head coach, assistant, quarterback, coach, something.
You're not listening. Coaches don't go under the cap.
He loves Buffalo. Buffalo loves him. Frank Reich, come home, baby.
That's not a bad.
Come home and
just push all that head coach shit to the side for the next 4 years.
Coach under McDermott for a year or two. Maybe you help us get a Super Bowl. Then you go head coach for a couple years.
Ask for some money.
You're maybe in your 60s, right? He's in his 60s probably. He's right. Doug Flutie's age.
He's
got to be 60, 61. Yeah, he is. He might even be older because Flutie's younger, I believe, younger than. So Reich's in his 60s, but give him. Come home. Play in Buffalo for 2-3 years. You want to go head coach for another 5 years, then you're close to your 70s, you retire.
Come play in a good organization with a good fucking
come back
offense, make them better, and then go get your job.
Frankie, I know you miss those Buffalo wings.
That's a great idea. That's a great.
I know you miss Anchor Bar, Frankie.
Beef on wep.
I'll tell you what. You come back, I'll call Flutie. I'll get him over there in Buffalo. We'll meet up and have wings. Meet you and the.
Ain't nobody getting Flutie over there. Okay, that guy's a bag of bones. He's the crypt keeper.
Me,
we
you,
get Bernie's. You're gonna play some music and hold him to get in there.
We'll help.
I'm not going.
Me, you, Flutie, and Wright.
I'm not going.
You wouldn't come and have some wings.
No, not with Flutie. He came in the restaurant like what was it like 2 months ago? You took care of him. He didn't even look like he was alive. He was sleeping.
That guy's a living legend. Don't you realize that? He is a living legend.
You're like, Flutie's at my table. I look over. I see that big guy in the pool. Like, damn, Flutie's jacked. No, the other one. Flutie. Flutie.
You better stop.
You're right. He is a legend.
What if Flutie sees this? He's going to be pissed.
He's not watching us. Nobody's watching us, let alone Doug Flutie.
Someday it could pop up.
Molly watches us. Molly's a good one. She's got to be a fan. But
she's loyal.
What if he did? What if he sent us an email? I didn't appreciate how you. Jesus Christ, you watched this movie? I'm sorry, man. How was the roast beef sandwich?
It wasn't like
not as good as your jokes.
It wasn't like Swisston's in Buffalo, you prick.
Better than your jokes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But okay, so that's not a bad idea though. Something to think about.
I like that idea. I like the right.
And he could play under McDermott. Don't you think he'd be comfortable in that system?
And they can pay him what he wants. It's not like they're willing to do it.
I bet there's some plays in that offense that he still knows. The old okey doke.
I like that.
The old okey doke of '89.
This is where we stick a finger in Flutie and then we run out there as quick as we can and tell everybody he's hurt. I get to play another one. Oh, he's hurt. I gotta play.
Oh my God, that's so terrible.
Steelers lost this game as they should have.
So Bills.
I need them to win.
Super Bowl bound this year.
Yes, I'm going to pick them for the Super Bowl. Yes.
No way.
I'm going to pick them to win the Super Bowl. Yes, they need to win the fucking Super Bowl.
I feel they need to prove it too.
Win the fucking Super Bowl.
They can.
Allen's just got to do his fucking thing.
Is it going to happen though?
The corners need to stop getting hurt. Put fucking Puna Ford out there when the guys get tired. Quit fucking around. He's a good fucking player. He wasn't even activated last game.
He won't be with us next year, unfortunately.
No, and he shouldn't be. He should come to Cleveland. Come on to Cleveland, Puna. Come on over to Cleveland. We'll play you. You'll be in a beautiful rotation with a lot of great veterans playing good football on a team that loves each other. You would have a blast in Cleveland, and we'll fucking use you. You'll play every fucking game.
And I just
every
want to
game
say,
you play.
Puna, I'm sorry. I think you are an amazing player. Deserve to be out there. You should be in rotation at all times. You took a lower amount of money to come play for us. And
it's worth it if y'all get a ring. It's worth it if he gets a ring. Fuck it.
Is it though?
Yeah, fuck it. Yes.
But in his mind,
he didn't. Yeah, no, probably not.
He deserves it. He's on the team.
He's a good fucking player.
But I feel if I'm him and in his mind, I feel, why didn't I get a chance to go out there and show him what I could do? Why did I not get those opportunities?
And I agree.
We're using second and third stringers. Why is he not in there?
It's a travesty that he's not in the rotation.
I don't know why we took him on to jerk his cock around all season and not let him play. It pisses me off.
Deactivate him for some games.
Pisses me
I don't
off.
understand.
Just like they released Leonard Fournette. I know they had to. Mm-hmm. I know there was a money thing going on.
Is that what it was? Was it money? Because I don't understand that. He was a good grab.
Here's what the bottom line was. Johnson's healthy. Ty Johnson's healthy. Fournette's out. That was the bottom line.
Okay. Why though? Isn't Fournette better than Ty Johnson?
No, I don't know. But Ty Johnson's the running back 3. He's really the running back 2 because he gets way more snaps than
Fournette's a Super Bowl champion.
I disagree with it. I think they should have kept Fournette. I think Fournette, and when he did play, he played great. So again, I don't know. I
don't understand it.
But that's what they said. Their bottom line was,
I don't think it's gonna like make or break your team. I just think it was
of course
not.
But
it was kind of a.
I feel like the Bills are making choices that aren't fair. Maybe that's the way this system needs to be now. I don't know.
Okay.
They used to let players die on our team. Now they're kind of cutting them short. So.
Hey, whatever. I mean,
I mean,
what you do.
This is just how I'm saying it. It's new to me too.
Yeah.
Is it the right decision? No. I think they should try to keep Fournette on.
Yeah, man.
But I think they're making roster spots for the
big
rest of the
like
playoffs.
that.
They're trying to bring some other practice squad guys.
Like I said, he's been there and done that. He won a Super Bowl ring in Tampa.
I don't know. I guess they think
you
he's rusty
selfish?
and they think he's out of shape.
You would go to the fridge.
Are you ready for one?
Yeah. Well, I'll go get my own.
No, you have this one.
No, because. What are you doing?
I still got some. I'm gonna go grab one when I'm done. Is that Aaron Rodgers or Game of Thrones?
That's Aaron Rodgers. I don't think they wore polos in Game of Thrones.
Looks like he's got some booze on or something.
Well, he does, but he's also got a polo on.
He looks like a frickin'. All right, so we're on to the Eagles Tampa.
Eagles lost. Baker fucking won, baby.
Who would thunk it? Okay, so I'm
22, 30 for 36.
Can I say one thing?
3 touchers. Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm extremely happy for Baker.
It's good.
I don't feel this is a Super Bowl team this year.
No, God, no. They only won because it's the Eagles.
But I'm extremely happy for Baker.
Okay, so there's a touchdown pass. Can't remember who it's from. I just saw. I think it's from it's one of these guys nobody knows. And he takes a snap. They're like the 30 or 40 or something like this. And he takes a snap and pressure's coming in his face. He just goes and he throws it up. And it's like they
So he just got rid of
all
the
out
ball.
blitzed them. There's only 4 guys playing man coverage, right? And up the middle of the field is this tight end is running, and the tight end doesn't even know the ball's coming. He's running, right? And this defender that's playing him, I don't know what he does. He's like, and the ball's up in the air.
He's juked or something?
No, he's just not doing anything. He looks like he should be playing high school football. He was terrible.
He looks sloppy.
The ball's up in the air. All the defender has to go, there's the ball. He has to, oops, excuse you, stepped in, and he catches the ball and run. Instead, he goes, and he falls this way, and the tight end goes, and it's touchdown. It was the worst play.
Was it K-Dot?
No, it was not. It was the worst play I've ever seen in football, but it was a touchdown pass.
Where's Adam? We need to pull this play up.
It was so bad. It was like,
God.
Baker, you're not going to get those going forward. Nobody's going to play that bad of defense on you, Baker, but it was a 30-yard touchdown pass. Fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he's doomed in the next game. But I am so happy
Are
that
they playing the Niners? Or who are they playing?
They're playing Lions.
Oh.
They're doomed.
Yeah.
They're fucking doomed.
Yeah. I don't think you're beating that Lions team. And
I hope
Laporta's healthy. Listen, I hate to say it because I have a lot of friends who are Detroit fans. And I want to see them progress. But man, if Tampa makes it, if Baker gets by them.
I want to see Baker.
Listen, if Baker beats Detroit, I want to see him go to the bowl then.
I want to see him win it all.
No, if my Bills are playing, no.
He's not going to beat the Bills, so that's okay.
You don't say that.
So I was listening to a Browns podcast last week before all the games, and they were like, "Oh, worst case scenario, we go to Texans, we go up to Houston, and we lose that game to a team that we just traded all of our shit to for this guy, and he's not even playing, and we lose to him, we look like shit." And the guy that's on the show with him, he goes, "No, worst case scenario is that happens, and then fucking Baker wins." He's like, "That's worst case scenario." And look what the hell happened. Baker, 22 for 36, 337, and 3 fucking touchers in a fucking playoff win. And the Browns look like fools.
I'm back on the Baker train. I've been on it the whole season. We both have. We both like.
They won this game because the Eagles are all-time bad. I mean, just a really bad football team.
They
I
should
don't know
not
how
have
it
lost
happened.
that game, and that just shows what happened to them this season.
I don't know how it got so bad. Their defense is
this is the thing. They go to the Super Bowl the year before, and the next year they fall apart.
Yeah, but they started 10-1, and I know. I was saying it all game. Like a lot of those games were close. Like I should have won all those games.
A lot of these teams, when they come from a Super Bowl, they get cocky. They think we're in the playoffs no matter what. We're going back to the bowl. They already have that mindset. You can't do that against some of these teams that are hungry, especially Tampa's hungry.
And Tampa's got a really good defense.
And Tampa shouldn't be hungry. They just just had a Super Bowl, but they're still acting like they're one of the hungriest teams out there.
Oh man, I fucking love Baker. I'm so jacked up for Baker. I had Eagles,
and I gotta pat my own back because when Baker went over, I said that's a great move for him. That's a team that fits him. I remember saying like this is great for him, and it has been all season.
It really has been. I mean, they limped into the playoffs just because that division is so terrible, and like it is what it
But
is.
they
But it
got
happened.
in.
He's here, and they won a fucking playoff.
And they beat a good team.
Well, no, they didn't.
They beat a
No,
good.
they didn't. they beat a team.
Dude, look at the Eagles' record. That's a good team.
We just brought that up. They were a good team, but homie, out of the last 8 games, they've
Doesn't
lost
everybody
7.
have their travesties? Doesn't everybody go through their trials and tribulations?
They've lost 7 of the last
They'll
8.
be back, and they'll be better next year.
I mean, they've looked really
They'll
bad.
be back and be better next year. They still have
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts. They're going to have a healthy A.J. Brown. They're going to have Devontae Smith. They still got DeAndre Swift, who's got at least 5 years, well, at least 3-4 years left in him.
So I was 2 for
They've
6.
got a healthy team.
This week. And
How many?
I picked the Lions, and I picked the fucking.
You were what?
I picked Buffalo, and I picked the Lions in this. So I was 2 for 6.
Was I worse?
2 and 4. I don't know who'd you pick. You picked Buffalo, obviously. Did you pick Tampa or Philly?
I think I picked Philly.
Did you pick Detroit or Los Angeles?
I can't remember because I think I picked Detroit, but I remember saying like, "This is a game Matt Stafford could win."
I think you picked Detroit too. I think you went Cleveland, Kansas City. There's 2, and you got Detroit. That's 3. You lost the Tampa game. You won the Buffalo game. So you were 4 for 6. I was 2 for 6. You won this week. Yeah. That was not good for me. I did not do well.
There were some upsets there, though.
What? Hey, anything else you want to say about this week before we move into picks for next week?
About this past week?
Yeah, about what these games that just happened. Anything else you want to bring up? The players or the teams that lost? Anything you want to say about any of the teams going forward? Like, yeah, if you want to bring up the Steelers and say this is what you got to do.
Well, I want to bring up.
You know
I
what
want
I'm
to bring up the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's my team and I deserve to do that.
Yeah.
And I want to say this is going to be a hell of a game coming in. This is going to be a home game. It's not divisional, but it's going to feel like a divisional clash because they've met so many times.
You want to talk about the game too? We're going to go into these games
when we do the picks. Okay, yeah.
We can start on this game if you want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
So I feel like this is going to be an electrifying game. I know it's going to be well
it's going to be a good game. This is the
well
best
fought.
game of the week.
And listen, this isn't a extremely healthy. I mean, it is almost 100% team, but I mean they're missing some key components.
Is your secondary okay? Are your corners okay?
No.
Douglas, is he okay?
No. I don't think Douglas is playing the rest of the season.
That's not good.
We'll see if Teron Johnson, he's in concussion protocol. We have some other notable injuries on the defense. We are missing a ton of starters. So no, it's not good. Again, this is another reason I think Punafore should be out there this week, playoff game. I don't know. So I don't know if this is a situation with him where maybe he's not understanding play calling or plays or position or where he's supposed to. I don't know if it's. I don't know. But I mean, this is what I'm excited about. So yes, it's going to be cold. The Chiefs are coming to Buffalo. I don't know if the Buffalo's ever hosted the Chiefs in a divisional in a playoff game.
It is divisional. You're right.
But I don't know if they ever have hosted them in a playoff game. I feel this is going to be a turn of events.
Yeah.
I don't think Taylor Swift's going to be there.
Yeah.
So Kelsey's going to be without his good luck charm. His mother is not going to be able to hand out enough kind bars to get through the first quarter of this game. And this is going to be... I'm going to go with my heart and say we play well. We stomp a hole in this team.
Yeah.
I feel we want this AFC championship more than anything this year. And I think if we're going to do it, this is the year to do it. I think Mahomes is down. I think Mahomes is down. I think we kick him while he's down. And I hate to say it that way. But I think we kick him while he's down right now.
You got to score for him.
31-28 Bills.
31-28 Bills. I like the tune of 27-21 Bills.
You think Bills?
I'm going Bills all the
Yes, baby.
Bills, I'm telling you right now.
We'll see who they play, but
unless they lose this week, I'm picking. If right now you had asked me who's your Super Bowl winner, it's Buffalo Bills. That's my pick, and it's not because I love you. It's because I want them to win, and I think they actually can. I think they're the most dangerous team right now. I think they can beat anybody. I think they can lose to anybody. I think they can beat anybody.
Yeah.
So
I don't like Dallas.
They're dangerous. They're fucking dangerous.
They are, and
if Allen gets going, then there's no stopping that train. Like, you guys are the biggest juggernaut. Maybe San Francisco's
what
the
about if
actual
we
biggest
played
juggernaut.
the Texans? What if it was Houston, Buffalo, AFC Championship?
Yeah, I would
You
feel
still picking Bills?
I would feel more confident with the Bills against Houston than I feel confident with the Bills against the Chiefs. So if Bills flipped around, then I'm definitely taking the Bills. This one I have a little trepidation because who knows what the Chiefs can do.
Why do you think they could expose Stroud or something?
I think they're better. I think they're a better football team all around. And yes, I don't think Stroud can make enough plays to keep up with them.
The problem, if it was Stroud against the Bills' defense, is you're going up against, and I don't care what anybody says, that is an elite defense. We have a lot of depth. We have great.
And you needed to use that depth.
Which is why
the only depth
which is
you
why
haven't
they did
used.
it. Which is why they've done it. This is why they built that 2 years ago.
That's what you have to do that in the NFL. I mean, look at the
A
Browns.
lot of
We had
teams
to do
don't.
that.
Yeah, you guys
They got
do.
Eric Berry.
A
Got us
lot
depth.
of teams don't. Look at Kansas City. Their defense, they got Chris Jones. They got a couple notable.
They have this defense that I can't explain. I don't know how to.
Here's the problem with
they
their.
come alive when they need to play, but they're not that good. But they
And
are. But what the fuck?
Here's the problem with their defense. Allen is their kryptonite. Josh Allen is their fucking kryptonite. He will run all. The only reason Kansas City's beating us all those times is because Mahomes was a better quarterback that day. And I don't know if he is this coming Sunday. I don't know if he is. I feel like Allen.
I agree.
I feel like Allen is ready for this one. I feel like he wants to put a dent in the history with the Chiefs, and I feel like he wants to put a stamp on it.
I think the Chiefs did a really good job with 2 wide receivers in Miami that are fucking great.
Did a great job.
But I think they were just hindered. I didn't think they played very well because of the cold. But I'm not making excuses for them. I just think they got a good look. They got a good situation with some receivers that were
And that's
awesome.
another problem.
And
Our
they're gonna
defense.
have some trouble playing against Shakir
Our
in this game.
defense.
They're gonna have some problems with Gabe Davis in this fucking game.
If Gabe Davis plays.
They're gonna have some problems. Diggs is obviously a problem, but they're
Here's-
gonna focus on Diggs, and the other two are gonna make some plays.
That's another thing that you can
Kincaid,
They
nah.
focused on Diggs the other night,
Come on, man.
and he's still.
Singletary. What are they gonna do with Singletary?
Well, Singletary is just.
Singletary could go for 200 yards this game.
Yeah.
He fucking could.
No, not this game. He's with the Texans.
Cook. Excuse me.
Cook.
Cook.
Cook?
I'm talking about Cook. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Cook.
Okay.
Cook
well,
could go for 200 yards this game. He fucking could.
I don't know about that. You think so?
No, I don't think he will. But I think he could.
He's had some extraordinary games, and I feel like
If they're too
I feel like
drawn
it's
up on what fucking Shakir and fucking Diggs are gonna do to them on the outside, and they're watching Allen, they put a spy in, and they just go and here he comes out of the shotgun. Cook, he's gone, man.
here's what's going to happen.
12 yards,
If
13
the
yards, 12 yards.
Bills take an early lead, Cook is he usually does have at least 100 rushing yards most of the times, maybe some reception yards as well. But if we take an early lead, he's going to do 150, 160 on that Chiefs defense because they suck. Okay? And that's their own fault.
I like him in this
But if it's a shootout, which it could end up being, if Mahomes shows up and he's got Rashee Rice and Travis Kelce open all day and we let
This
them
is a Kelce game.
Because for some reason with the Chiefs,
if they win, they have to use Kelce.
with the Chiefs, we like to give their wide receivers and tight ends open in the center, let them get what they can, and bring them down. And you just can't do that with Mahomes because then he chips away at the yards.
Are you worried about Kelce and the seams this game? Because I would be.
I'm worried about him any game he's playing in the seams. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, he's the kind of guy who, man, that guy runs routes like a fucking wide receiver. He is a wide receiver.
I have another one too.
Yeah, I mean, like he literally.
Hey, give me a Schletzer. I want a Schletzer. I don't care what flavor it is.
Are you
Yeah.
saying a seltzer?
Yeah, I call them Schletzers.
Schletzers. Okay. Let's see what we got here. They're hard seltzers.
I like those fucking things. They're fucking delicious.
I like this shit.
They're fucking sweet, but well, cool. So we both got Buffalo. I got them 27-21. You got them 31-28.
Quick
Chiefs on
touch on
pushover.
Kansas City. Anybody to worry about over there?
Yeah, I mean, there's always
Pacheco.
Pacheco, yes, is a big worry. I like your guys' run defense, but if you guys somehow pull Browns and give up on something,
I just like our
he
defense
will
in
go.
general. Our defense is really.
I don't think that happens. I think you guys play pretty good.
They're
I
in
think,
tune right now.
I picked it a lower score than you. I even think 27-21 is high.
I think we could end up annihilating them, and I hope we do.
Oh man, that'd be great. But
It was great. So one other thing too, before we go to the next
Yeah.
game, I love that when I turned on the TV for that game, I went to turn on coverage, and I think I got Paramount Plus. It was on, which good high def, good everything on it. If you like Paramount Plus, it's like I'm getting paid by that.
plug, yeah, a little plug.
When I turned it on, all you heard was "Hey, hey, let's go Buffalo!" The whole entire stadium. People shoveling snow off their seats, getting seated,
Banging each other in the fucking
it had to be blue cheese and chicken wing grease flying everywhere.
And even in the cold, it stinks.
Oh my God, there was a stench in that stadium that day.
So we just picked the Sunday night game. Obviously, that's the best game of the week. We're going to go back to the start. Let's go Houston, Baltimore. What do you got?
God, So Stroud shows up. Man, this is going to be...
I'm going to assume he will. I'm going to pick this game off of Stroud plays his best. They play their best.
You think they beat Baltimore?
I'm not going to pick them to win.
I'm picking Baltimore, too. I mean, I think Stroud...
I want to pick them to win.
If this was Stroud's second or third season, I wouldn't be picking Baltimore.
Baltimore's kind of a quarterback killer. When they play their best defense, that's what they do the best. It's not run, it's not pass defense, it's fucking destroy the quarterback. That's what they do best. And they've proven it this year. They did it to DTR, they did it to fucking Brock Purdy. They did it to a couple guys this year. I have to go back and look, but I know they do that. So even if they don't destroy them, even if they just piss them off and make them uncomfortable, they can score more points than Stroud. They can score more points than a baffled
Lamar.
Stroud.
2 rushing touchdowns or 1?
I'm gonna make a
He's
bold
getting
prediction.
1.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction for this game. I'm gonna pick them to play, or pick them to win. I'm gonna pick him that he plays. But
Lamar's playing.
Lamar could get hurt this game.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
I know he's not.
By doing too much and having too much time off. He's just had 2 weeks off on me. He's had 2 weeks off. If he gets a little too fucking jazzy back there, I think he hasn't been hit for real.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
And he's coming with a team who was hitting hard last
when
year.
you get 2 weeks off and you're coming and playing a team that's hot, just like I said.
I think he gets a little jazzy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go get the first down. And somebody go, bam! And it's like, okay, no more Lamar for the next fucking, 9 months? And that could happen in this game. Because I think he had those 2 weeks off.
You gotta be careful with Lamar. If you hit him too hard, he will leave the field to go poo. He did it. He's done it before.
Paul Pierce did it on court. Everybody thought he was dead.
He just shit himself. No, I think he's dead.
Houston, with all their injuries, they still do have a great defensive line.
Come on, get him off the court.
The guys, legs fine. I shit.
They're like, oh,
and he runs back out. Everybody's like, he's alive. He's amazing. He's like,
I'm better.
He just wiped his ass. He's fine. There's no
I
medical
showered.
There's no medical. Taking a couple wet wipes and he was fucking back.
I like it.
But seriously, Houston's defensive line, their safeties are hitting hard right now. Lamar gets a little jazzy. He hasn't played in 2 fucking weeks. Boom, he's gone. He can get hurt this game. If he does not, I think Baltimore. They run pistol better than any team I've ever seen in the last 20 years. They really do. And the defense is dirty.
For sure.
So I'm going to pick Baltimore 28 to 30.
Rookie MVP of the year.
I'm picking Baltimore 24.
Rookie of the
20.
year.
Rookie of the year for sure.
Rookie of the year.
Well, not for sure.
I'm going high scoring. I'm going 35 to 31.
28-24. 28-24.
Okay.
I'll put a little respect on the Texans. So I like them. I think they're a good team.
Man, that's a good team.
But if fucking homeboy gets hurt.
Even if Texans don't get past Baltimore, if I was a Texans fan, I'd be so proud of this year already. It just goes to show you what's upcoming.
You're proud of them if they lose to the Browns.
You're keeping Stroudy. I mean,
you're proud of them.
Next year, you got Nico Collins. You got Tank Dell healthy. You still probably got 1 year left. In,
as a Texans fan, this year, the only time you had the chance and the only reason you should have been upset this year was that Jets game.
So Dameon Pierce stays with the team or he's out?
I think he's out, homie.
Yeah, me too.
Remember I told you at the beginning of the year, I don't like Dameon Pierce.
I like him.
I don't like him.
I still like him. I think
he was the starting running back at the beginning of the year, and now he fucking returns.
He goes to a team that needs a running back, maybe like the Panthers. Goes to a good team with a young quarterback. Might be somebody.
Fall so much on Houston? I don't know. Because he was number 1. Now he's number 3,
Sometimes
and he's returning
to piss off the coach. You do something to piss off the coach.
Maybe you're right.
You're done.
We don't know.
I don't care who you are.
I don't like Dameon Pierce.
All right. I think he does, but I think he's got better days coming for him.
I don't think he's a bad running back. I mean, I just don't like him. I'm not picking him up on fantasy. I'm not putting my money into him. If he goes on the Browns, I'm like, fuck. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Green Bay, San Francisco. Next up.
Man, this Green Bay team is hot, baby.
Hold on.
You think they could beat
Hold on.
Frisco or no?
Hold on. Before we go on to this team or this game, I'm picking Houston. I want to change it. Can I change it?
Yeah.
I'm picking Houston.
Houston?
Yeah, I'm picking Houston. 31-27.
Good.
Picking Houston.
Okay. We need to have a little camaraderie, some type of not camaraderie, competition where we
differentiate here.
Yeah.
We all know words.
We're not do something different.
Adam, what's the word? You're not here.
Lex is not going to. No, she's not going to tell you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to pick Houston. I like 31-27. I think they can do it. I really do.
Next game.
Whatever. Green Bay, San Francisco. You want to go first? Want me to go first?
I'm picking San Fran, but I like Green Bay.
Gotta pick San Fran, but man, if I would love Green Bay to win this.
Again, I'm not going to tell you one more time, that wide receiving core, I don't care how shitty they did last week, that's still Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jalen Reed.
They didn't do shitty. They did
Aaron
good.
Jones.
They just didn't have to do much. Aaron Jones went nuts.
Aaron Jones and
the Cowboys did not.
A.J. Dillon, that's a good, they're not the best combo.
A.J. Dillon.
For Green Bay.
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
He's the backup running back for Aaron Jones. He's
Oh,
good.
okay.
But listen, they're getting older. They're still good. They're not. If they somehow went to the Super Bowl, that's still going to be a great wide receiver core with the running backs that have a great shot at winning a Super Bowl.
If you look on paper, though,
they just beat Dallas. I mean, I'm on the Green Bay train. I'm still picking San Fran because I think they're the better team.
Debo Samuel, Mr. Ayuk, fucking
Christian McCaffrey. Yep.
Jesus Christ. Big pass rush, good linebackers, decent to great secondary. Somewhere in between there.
Bosa, Young.
Bosa, I forgot about fucking Bosa.
Young Bosa.
No, I said the D-line. They're tough, man. They're a tough fucking team. They coach well.
What do you think? Who do you pick? Who do you take?
You
San Fran,
You
right?
gotta take San Fran.
If you had to put money on it, would you ever put
No.
money on the upset on that?
No.
That if Green Bay does somehow win, it's a huge bonus.
I mean, if I'm putting $10 on it, yeah, sure, I'll lose $10 to see, hopefully
Just to
Green
see?
Bay, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not putting 150 down on Green Bay. I'm not putting 250 down on
It's
Green
San
Bay.
Fran all the way.
I'm not confident enough into them because I've seen them lay eggs this year. Green Bay.
Yeah.
I really.
Can you agree that this is a team that's coming together and are going to be probably really good next year and definitely in the playoffs again next year?
Better.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what I mean? Like, this is a team that only
Who's
gets
the
better.
coach over there? LaFleur? No.
Yes.
LaFleur?
Hey, Alexa, who's the coach for the Green Bay Packers?
See if she tells us something
The
finally.
Green Bay Packers head coach is Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur.
Thanks, bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pick San Francisco 31-17. Like,
Wow.
man.
I'm going to be a little more respectable in that. I'm going to go San Fran, but I'm going to say 28-21. I'm going to say they lose by a touchdown and it gets close.
That would be a great game to watch. Actually, you know what a great game to watch would be? 28-24 Green Bay. That would be the game I want to fucking watch. But that's not gonna happen.
No.
I got 31-17. Next game, last game. Tampa Detroit, baby. If Tampa could beat another team, they got the team that can lay an egg. They could fucking do it, dude.
It could be this.
Detroit has laid eggs. They've lost some questionable teams. They've played some questionable football. They've also played some blowout football. So,
So can I be honest here? I'm going to go with my heart.
yeah.
Detroit 28-24. I think it's really close for some stupid reason, but I think Detroit wants it this year and they pull it out and they're going to get to the finals and we'll see what happens.
If I'm going with my heart, I'm not
Baker?
I'm taking fucking Baker.
I like that choice too.
24-16.
I think I should be able to make
this.
2 picks on this because I like both teams. Well, because I like Baker so much.
If I'm going with my head, and the pick I'm actually going to take.
What if you had to put money on it?
This is my money pick. This is what I think is going to actually happen.
Because this would be an upset, and if you put money
35-13.
Tampa.
Detroit.
Oh.
But if I'm picking with my heart, baby, it's taking Tampa 24-17, something like this.
So
Goff throws 2 picks.
Here's what I want to say about this: is Tampa's defense is going to really have to show up if they want to win this game.
And they have the defense to show up.
Because they don't score a lot.
They have a good defense.
Their defense is going to have to stop if Laporta is healthy. St. Brown.
Tampa, Baker's going to have a hard time
2
dealing with their
juggernauts because Montgomery's healthy again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Montgomery, Gibbs. Those are 2 juggernaut running backs. I don't care what they say about Gibbs. That dude is fucking awesome. He's a great 1-2 punch.
They have one of the best, if not the best, 1-2 punch.
They have to have the best. I can't think of anything other than
as
Mostert.
of right now. It wasn't that good.
Mostert and A-Chain were decent in the beginning. There's, Kyron Williams. You got some notables, but that's a good one right there. All right, and then not to mention you have the top tight end in the league, probably hot right now. St. Brown. Goff's not backing down. Come on, this is stupid.
Now Detroit's secondary is
questionable.
Mm-hmm. So Baker,
Exploitable.
but Hutchinson's a G.
But again,
and he gets away with
Tampa
stuff.
Bay's not scoring a lot. They had a good game this past game,
but they just fucking Eagles. That defense is terrible.
And they just don't score a lot. Mike Evans needs to step it up a notch. So does Godwin.
Yeah, Evans was quiet last game.
I mean, they got to step it up. Can't rely on K. You can't rely on K. Dodden.
Tampa can win this game. If they come and they play their best football on both sides of the ball, they can definitely win this game. They absolutely can win this game.
Their defense has to show up. They don't have a shot.
Well, the defense, I think, has more of a chance to show up.
Because Detroit's shooting to score, and they're going to score. Goff's going to score.
It's Baker, baby. Like, Baker could throw for 400 this game, or he could throw for 150.
Baker's not the better quarterback in this game.
He is not.
I do want to see them. If Tampa wins, like I said, I want to see them go all the way to the Super Bowl. I swear to God.
I'm actually excited for this game.
I would have a problem with Tampa. If it ended up being Tampa and Buffalo, I'd have a problem with that Super Bowl. I don't want to see that one. Because I like Baker. I want my team to win, of course. But, man, goddamn, if Baker is the Super Bowl, fuck. You almost want to
man. You kidding me?
You almost want to give it to the fucking guy. The guy's had a tough tenure in the NFL, and he's been shot around from teams. He's won games that he shouldn't have won when he's like in Carolina.
Went to the playoffs and beat the Steelers as a Brown in the playoffs. Nobody does that. That's huge.
It's huge. So let's give it to him. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'm
still going with my 35-17 pick for Detroit. I think that's what is really going to happen.
Okay.
I do. But what do I want to see? I want to see 28-24 fucking Baker.
Buccaneers!
But yeah, so I got Detroit. I got San Fran. I'm taking Houston. That'll be my upset pick. Because that is an upset.
Yep.
And then we're both taking Buffalo. So.
Yep.
At Buffalo, at Detroit, at San Fran. I mean, the worst teams in this.
What are you going to do if Taylor Swift shows up at the Bills game?
I mean, I'm going to do nothing because I don't like. I've been talking about it a lot this whole show, and I don't like talking about her. But most of them are jokes, so I'm cool with that. But I don't like that. I don't like the whole dynamic.
Do you think she cheats around on Chelsea at all, or no?
Yes. And I can only hope in my heart of hearts that he's doing the same to her.
I'm sure he does.
I don't know if she cheats or not. I know she's been a little bit of a flus.
Yodeler.
Yeah, I mean, she's been writing a lot of songs about banging people. I don't know. I don't know the girl. I don't know. She's probably a sweetheart. She's probably awesome. She's probably a wonderful girl. Sang good and shit. She's probably awesome. If she came over here, I'd play the guitar and she'd sing, and then afterwards, she would probably rape me. Because I think that's what she does. But I don't know.
You play little Christmas Tree Farm, that song down on the tree farm? Oh, man. You'll have to look it up. It's funny.
I'm not going to look that up. I don't have to. I'm not going to. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I think she cheats on Chelsea.
Yeah, I think she cheats on Chelsea. I mean, that's what his name is. Chelsea. What if he walked in the room right now? What would you say to him?
Who? Kelsey?
Yeah, if you walked in right now, what's the first thing you say to him? Would you say?
I talk shit and then I run by him because I know he can't block. So I get right around him. I'm like, hey, bitch, and I just run the other way.
I fucked your
He's like, oh. Did you bring the bitch? Is she outside?
Where are you? Oh, God, he got around my bad side.
He can't block.
And his brother retired. How do you feel about that?
Good. I feel good for his brother. I feel good that he made that decision.
He's got a Super Bowl. He was with them.
He does have a Super Bowl. And, he has nothing to prove. We know he's a good center. He's always been.
When did they win? 2018 or 2017?
Don't ask me.
Alexa, when was the last Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl win?
The Eagles have appeared in 4 Super Bowls in franchise history, winning once in 2018. They went to the Super Bowl in 1981, 2005,
So it's 2018.
and 2018.
Didn't they go last year and lose?
Mm-hmm. I meant the last one they won is what I asked her, 2018. I think they had Nick Foles on.
No, I feel good about him retiring, man. I mean, get out of there before your body breaks all the way fucking down.
You think Taylor Swift is
he's a good player. What's that?
I think he had to get
Yeah, I think she sucked his kneecaps off is what I think happened. You got hurt during that BJ. A whole fucking year of OTAs and games, and he was fine. He took one BJ from fucking hurt. He's got a hip now.
None of this is gonna be.
So you want to do that thing again? He's like, fuck no. I had foreskin before I met you.
Shake it off.
I had foreskin before I met you. Suck it off. But no, I feel good for him. It was a good decision. You don't think so? That was a good decision to retire. It's over. It's done.
I guess.
This team's not going anywhere
is
next
he like
year.
40 years old or something?
30 something. Alexa, what's his name? How old is Jason Kelce?
Here's what I found from Reuters. Chicago Blackhawks forward Jason Dickinson signed a 8.5
Well, that's not what we asked.
Better than Adam. Yeah, that's all we can ask.
Oh,
I didn't find out. Oh, they're not in the fucking playoffs.
28 already has scored a career high 14 goals.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about the coaching changes?
Well,
is there anything you like? I thought the fucking Patriots were going to really high. Hey, Alexa, stop. What the fuck are you still? Why are you still talking? Shut the hell up.
Alexa, what is Jake's nickname?
Daddy.
This might answer your question. Jake Johnson is also known as Jake
Johnson.
J and Jake M. Johnson.
Okay, Alexa.
What the fuck is this guy?
Stop.
He's 36, homie.
Okay. Stop.
It's time. It's time. You know, he did the right thing. Get the hell
Yeah,
out of here.
I mean, top teams next year. I think Philly's going to be good. I think
Why?
I feel like they get it right.
They need a coaching change. I really thought that the Patriots were going to take Vrabel.
Vrabel.
They did not to draw Mayo.
No.
Yeah, dude. They got
Where did he come from, Jamail?
He was a linebacker for the
Patriots
for like 9 years. He won a Super Bowl. He won a couple Super Bowls with him.
They didn't give it to Vrabel. They should have took him under his wing.
Gerard's been their linebackers coach for a little while.
Vrabel played for New England too.
So when he stopped,
what was Vrabel? A defensive lineman?
He was a linebacker.
Linebacker?
So was Gerard Mayo. They played together.
He's Tom Brady's boy. I bet Tom Brady gave him.
They played together on this team. So like Gerard Mayo, I get it. That they like to take those players that are good for them and put them on spots of the team. He's been their linebackers coach for a little bit, and they just.
So where's Belichick going? Atlanta.
If Belichick still thinks he has 10 years in his business, which he probably doesn't,
he doesn't have to. They'll sign him for 2-3.
If he thinks he's still got something to fucking prove, which he doesn't, he goes to Carolina.
Or he goes to Dallas.
What do I think he does? He should go to Washington. If he doesn't go to Washington, he goes to Dallas.
Why do you like Washington so much?
Because I think Washington is a good place to go. I just think that like right now there's no expectations. They're not terrible. They just need some fucking leadership.
They don't have a great
the roster is not awful.
No.
But
it's not good,
with the right coach, with a good coach, the roster improves itself.
Terry's almost
You still have all your picks. You didn't give anything up for somebody that you're all fucked up. You still have all your picks. You still have all your
That's the thing is they're going into a rebuild, homie.
Until you
Belichick doesn't. Belichick needs a team like Dallas. He needs something given to him.
So were all these teams that are doing great this year.
No,
they're not in a rebuild.
Dallas. I don't know why he's visiting the Falcons because he needs a team like Dallas. He needs something given to him that he can just control. That's what he needs.
There's too much. Hey, you know,
if he thinks he's anything more than that, then he's dead wrong. He can't go and coach a team like the Falcons to a win.
Do you know why I think the Falcons are a better spot for him than Dallas? Dallas has too much bullshit surrounding it. It's too much in the bright lights. It's too much hoopla. There's too much. He already doesn't like press conferences. You think he wants to go to Dallas and be the front and center of the fucking league every goddamn year? I don't. I think that's like his...
I think he's okay with it. He did it.
I think he would rather go to Carolina than go to fucking Dallas. I do. He doesn't want to deal with
Carolina's not going to pay him the money. Dallas would.
Yes, but he's not looking for money. He's looking for wins. He
has
to get back now. His boy Brady just went and ran a...
If he's not looking for money, then he shouldn't even be in this business because he's already done what he's had to do.
I think that when Brady left and Brady went and won one and he's been doing bad, I think it hurt his heart. I think it hurt his
ding dong.
I think it bruised his ego.
I think he's taking extents.
I think it bruised his ego. And I think he wants to go prove something.
It should.
You're right. So I think he wants to go prove something. And I think a place like Atlanta, especially Atlanta with all those young players.
If I was him, I'd retire. He doesn't need to do
see what he does.
Else. He's got his Super Bowls.
I hope Vrabel lands somewhere. I hope somebody's looking for a good defensive coordinator or head coach. But he's not going to get a good head coaching job.
I think the Jets are like, oh, Vrabel, come land over here.
They've already said that Saleh is going to stay. They're not going to get rid of him. He's going to stay.
You like him?
I don't know.
I like what I've seen from him.
This year kind of went fucking crazy.
Whoever their defensive coordinator and should be given a freaking couple awards, medals, and trophies.
Defense is tough.
Their defense is one of the best in the leagues, and I don't care if anybody agrees or disagrees with that. Their defense is one of the best in the league. They shut freaking teams. They've won games because of their defense.
Well, they've had to because they have nothing else. You know what I mean?
So imagine if they had some offense.
6 wins.
If Aaron Rodgers comes back next year.
I guess that was the point. You know, if we had Aaron Rodgers,
If Aaron Rodgers comes back next year, watch out for the Jets.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, right? You get a quarterback on the team, they win 10 games, no?
More, probably. I mean, if you get Aaron Rodgers on there.
And 10 was the number in the AFC. So, God, they're at least better than the fucking Steelers. Fuck me.
They suck.
Sock.
Sorry, Adam. Sock. In the baño. Sock. In mi cuarto.
I don't like the fucking Steelers. I don't know how they won that many games.
Well, they're in your division. That's why you don't like them. They're in a bad division
You're right, I'm biased.
where Baltimore Browns and Bengals all hate the fuck out of each other.
What happens with the Bengals next year? They lose Joe Mixon. They're going to lose fucking Tyler Higgins.
They're not losing Joe Mixon. Why would you say that?
He's up. His contract's
So?
up.
That means they're losing him?
I don't think he's going to play there anymore. Where's Derrick Henry go?
Hopefully Buffalo.
Buffalo Bills?
Give him 1 year. Nah, I don't want to because they won't play him, man.
He's 30 years old.
They send these guys over here and then they don't play him.
He's 30 years old.
Yeah, he's too old to come over to us right now.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
If he's willing to not be number one, he can go anywhere. He can play anywhere he wants to.
If he's willing to not be number
If he's
one, but
willing
then
to
you don't
take
play
a
anymore.
cut.
But he's a, I mean, look at Dalvin Cook. That guy went to the Jets to die, and it sucked. Because last year he was, I mean, a top 10 running back.
He's on a roster right now.
Wasn't he a top 10 running back last year?
Yes.
I'd love to know what he was, but I'm sure he's like 5 or 6.
Taking him in fantasy because they're number one.
I wanted him. I couldn't get him. Someone grabbed him before me. Who would have thought his younger brother would have been the one
He's
to
on the
grab him?
Ravens squad right now.
Huh?
He's on the Ravens
I
team.
know, but he's going to retire.
Did he play last week?
No.
Hold on.
If he's taking snaps, it's not many. It's a couple.
No, but I mean, they got him for a reason. What the fuck would they sign him for if it wasn't for
Someone gets hurt. Gus gets hurt.
You really think that was a depth move?
Yeah, of course. He hasn't played the whole season. They're not going to throw him in a playoff game.
Oh, this thing is.
His legs are old now. When you're in your 30s, you can't take a year off and not play, even if you're on a team and just do practice and warm
You need to
ups.
stop talking about men's legs, okay?
I talk about yours.
That's partial of my
You
point.
have Joe Flacco legs.
Oh, he didn't play. What am I doing? I'm searching for his stats last week. He didn't fucking play.
No. See? There you go. And it sucks because he definitely had another 2-3 years left.
Cook?
Yeah, he was on fire.
Who cares? Maybe he can come in and win a Super Bowl this year. And then
No,
can
he
fucking
can't
retire.
do shit now. He's done.
He's on the Ravens. He gets a ring. If
He
they
might
win.
get cut before they go to the Super Bowl.
He very well may.
He could.
He just had 2 weeks off on me. The whole team had 2 weeks off almost.
There you go. I don't think they're planning on.
They're going to. He's going to get a couple snaps next game.
You think he will?
Yes. They
Well,
got
good
him for a
good
reason.
for him.
They didn't
Good
get
for
him to sit him.
I don't ever fault like when LaShawn McCoy went to Kansas City as a fluke, and they won the Super Bowl that year. He got a ring for that.
Yeah.
So did Le'Veon Bell. He did the same thing.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Where'd Le'Veon get a ring from?
Pretty sure Kansas City.
Fucking piece of shit. I
Yeah.
think Le'Veon
And
Bell.
he was just like sitting on their bench.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a target.
I don't want to fight him.
You do or don't?
I don't.
You think he'd whoop your ass?
Yeah,
He
oh,
probably
God,
does.
yeah.
He's big
He's
too.
bludgeoning me.
He's like 6'1" or 6'2".
Yeah,
I didn't know he was that big.
I'm
He's
6'1",
a running
but
back. He's your size as a
no,
running
he's
back.
bigger than me. He's not taller than me, maybe, but he's bigger than me.
Yeah, bigger, but
He's a
not
boxer
tall.
now. And a shitty rapper. A terrible rapper.
He's terrible at everything he does.
He wasn't, though. That was the problem.
was a
That's my
great
problem
running
with
back.
He was not
He
terrible.
always had that
He was
pause.
so fucking
He always had that pause before he'd go and the stutter
The
step.
hesitation?
And then
Yeah, his hezzy was
Cut
awesome.
right through-
And he figured out they lined him up in the slot. You can put him out
that
wide.
Killer B team with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Ben Roethlisberger.
So fucking dangerous, dude. It was so fucking
Can
dangerous.
you imagine if you had them as like a Madden team? You could build a Madden team with them. You'd take anybody on.
You just set that shit on simulation. They beat everybody. Because They're so fucking
Stupid
good.
shit.
Le'Veon was so fucking
They never
good.
won a Super Bowl together, though. You know that?
He
You
lost
know
his
that
fucking
they
mind.
never.
Yes.
That trio never.
Yes.
They always missed out. in the
Well,
fucking
you know,
playoffs.
Big Ben was like hurt for a game or two each season, and he had his things where he'd come throw 350 for 3 touchers, and next game he had 2 fumbles and 2 picks and
Too many Roethlisbergers.
too many rapes. One's enough. Yeah, it's a lot.
It wasn't enough. You start going back.
That's a lot.
Do you think he's been on Epstein Island?
No, I think he liked his women older. Help Helpless, yes, but older.
Helpless, yes, but older.
I give him credit for that. Tip of the hat to him.
So he was a big motorcycle rider too.
Yeah, didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think he ever took any of those helpless ladies on the back of his motorcycle for a ride, or no?
Well, maybe that's why he crashed. She's on the back wheel and hits him in the head. He's like, shut up, bitch, we're going to the porta potty. Puts it down. Shut up, bitch, we're heading to the porta potty right now.
Fred?
She flipped off and took off and he just died on her leg.
Ben, what happened? I don't know. I hit a bump. I hit a bump, but I hurt myself.
Oh no, it was a driver.
When he had that accident too, I heard he wasn't wearing a helmet.
Well, probably not.
That's what I heard.
Probably not.
Could have died.
Could have died.
Think that's why?
Could have lost a leg. Could have lost an arm.
Do you think that's why some of his plays after that were a little off? Like sometimes.
Listen, man. Big Ben's an Ohio guy, and the only reason I hate him is one, for the rape. And number two,
for the rape.
He was a Pittsburgh Steeler. But the guy's a fucking G. They reinvented the fucking catch when he threw that thing at San Antonio Holmes. And you realize you don't have to have 2 feet in. You just had to have 1 foot in and the other one on top of the other foot. But regardless, that was a fucking baller-ass fucking catch.
That Bills catch the last game, he did the same exact thing they were talking about.
And he better be able to do it. He better fucking be able to do it. Because in the Super Bowl, they allowed that shit, so that catch better be allowed for every single game.
He had 1 foot in and his other foot was on top, and they counted it as a touchdown.
It better be fucking allowed, because it's not allowed. Then they need to pull that fucking Super Bowl away. God damn it.
They were going to do whatever they could for Big Ben.
But dude, hell of a throw. Hell of a throw and catch. This guy was one of the biggest bodies in the pocket. You couldn't get him down. He was fun to watch as a quarterback because he would do that shit. He would shrug a motherfucker off. 2 more would hit him in his hips, and they would go, oh, and he'd come up with a concussion. And he'd like, ugh, and he'd run for each camp for 5 yards to get the first down.
Because he was so big.
Big Ben was a great quarterback. He really
was.
And I hate him, because he was a Steeler and shit like that. He was a Ohio boy that went to the Steelers. It wasn't his choice, but it was what it was. And he's a Steeler, and I hate him, but he was fucking good. He was good for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And when they gave him all that, those last couple of years, he's like, I'm thinking about retiring, my body's all fucked up. And he's like, I'll come back and play. And they were like, okay, cool. And they shook his hand. Like, thank God.
Yeah.
I give him credit for that. I don't blame them for that because he was good. And I would have did the same fucking thing. Like, hey, Big Ben just wants to come back.
Even when the season was down with him.
He had, they would always shit on him. Like, he's not the best leader, but I think he was.
I thought he was.
I think he was.
I think he did what was right.
Did he get him 2 Super Bowls?
I think he only got one.
They went to 2. They lost to Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
I
like him.
I like him too. But it's hard for me to say that because he is such a cocksucker. But he was a good quarterback.
He was a good quarterback.
I mean, he started off playing football in Ohio, where the roots are. Right? I mean, football roots all come back to Pennsylvania and Ohio.
He just liked the younger women. He liked,
he likes stalls in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
some guys like that, I guess.
Taking people against their will. I told you.
God, no! He's like,
on my computer upstairs in 2008, I still have that picture. It's like Josh Roth, or not Josh Roth, one of the defensive ends for the Browns back in 2008 or something like that. It's 3 of them. They're all sacking Big Ben. He's about to go down. And it says local heroes nab sex offender. I love it. It's my favorite picture.
Do you think when he would do it, he'd put? He's such a terrible rapist. I feel like he'd just be like, "Oh yes, I'm Big Ben, and you're gonna do this with me. See?
Hey, come here. You want to go to the bathroom with me?" She's like, "No." He's like, "Come on."
Come on.
She's like, "God, you have a big body." He's like, "I'll show you." He's like pushing her in there. She's like, "Stop! You're hurting me." He's like, "Shut up!" He flushes the toilet.
That's what I feel like. That's how he did it. It's terrible, but that's what it is.
It's terrible. But I mean, he's probably slobbering. He's all stupid.
You're slobbering on me
a lot. I'm gonna run a drag route in a twat. Honestly, if she played that smart, she could have just fucking snuck the hell out of there.
I don't know, man. He's big.
Big body. Cardell Jones, when he came out of Ohio State, he had a Big Ben body. I kept saying, dude, he looks like Big Ben. He looks like fuck Big Ben. You can do something with that in the NFL. He got drafted by the Chargers or something like that. Now he plays in the Canadian League or something like that.
Does he still play?
Yeah. Cardell Jones. I think we looked this up 6-7 weeks ago. So
no.
I was saying the same shit. I was like, he's got a Big Ben body. He was a big quarterback. I was all jacked up about him. And a cannon for an arm. Very inaccurate, but a cannon fucking arm.
So what was his deal? He just couldn't handle the NFL?
I don't think he was accurate enough. I don't think that he was young when he came out. I don't know. He went to the Chargers. I think Phillip Rivers was still on the team at that point, and they were just like, "You're never gonna play, kid." And they kind of cut him because they didn't think they wanted him.
And that was it.
I don't know. I don't know.
I remember his name. Who did he play for?
Jones.
Did he play for Louisville?
No, he was Ohio State.
Oh, Ohio State.
He came in when that one guy got hurt and won us a championship. I think. I don't know. I'm all hazy right now. I've been drinking too much.
No, it happens.
Are you good? Yeah. Anything else you want to say?
No, well, we should do some quick takes. Line up a quick take or two.
Right now, on show. You want to do it?
Or we, yeah,
Want to do it right now?
we could.
I don't have anything prepared.
Because we can, well, he can just, he's the one who does the cuts, so I
He
mean.
does the cuts. But the problem is we're still doing the show and we're talking about doing the cuts.
He's going to cut all this, obviously.
No, he's not. Why
Yes,
is
he
he cut all this?
is.
Adam, don't cut this.
No, you have to cut it.
Let's end the show.
All right.
Let's end the show. You want to do a little something?
Yeah.
Tiny little something.
Yeah.
Tiny little something. Damn, dude, this is us. We're the only one who drinks this shit.
At least it took the whole season.
It really did.
You got
didn't
that
it?
at the beginning of the season, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
full at the beginning of the season.
God,
we've drinking
I'll
a
get the
little
bottle
bit
for
here.
next year.
We were drinking a little. Well, remember, we
That's
had.
work. That's a good
Well, we had
investment.
days when we did JMO. We had days when we did
But
Jack.
actually, I
we
have to
had
get
days
one
when we
soon
did
because we're still going to do basketball and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to talk to you about basketball.
No, you are. We're going to do brackets this year, March Madness brackets, and talk about it then.
Listen.
You'll absolutely love it.
Just a heads up for you and for you
I'll
guys.
print the brackets out.
I don't do brackets. I haven't done brackets in 6 years.
You can do one this year for fun.
Well, it's
We
hard
could
for
do
me
like
to
a
pay
bet
attention
for
to
the
these
show.
teams. I have no fucking actual insight because I don't pay attention
Think
to
I do?
basketball.
I'm still gonna.
More than I do, yes. I think you pay more attention than I do. You're a sports. You're a basketball fan, aren't you? You like college basketball.
But I don't watch it every
I don't
year
particularly
anymore.
care
I used
about
to. I
basketball.
used to, but I still know who the good teams are. That's
I
the
don't.
only thing.
I fucking
You
don't.
learn it. You watch. who they
Villanova.
play
They still
and
good?
Sometimes they make it to the.
Marquette.
Sometimes they make it to the Sweet 16.
Syracuse.
Marquette, no. Syracuse, yeah, they're usually in the Sweet 16. That's it.
These are the teams I know.
They rarely.
Who won last year?
I mean, last year?
I don't know.
Fuck.
I can't tell you the winners for the last 3 years because I don't fucking know because I never paid attention.
Well,
Now, we're gonna
it
do
used
them
to
this
be
year, and I'll do them
Kentucky.
with you.
Kentucky used to be really good.
Oh, Kentucky was good.
The
Kansas.
Jayhawks, Kansas
Kansas.
City Jayhawks. You know, who's some other teams?
I'm trying to think of coaches. Michigan State. Izzo's gone, right?
Michigan used to be good. Duke, you got that'll sometimes sneak in there. Definitely
Duke.
Kentucky.
Wait.
Baylor,
Who's coaching Duke right
Gonzaga can get in there sometimes.
Is Coach K still at Duke?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Is
so
it
either.
your shop?
No, I'm waiting for
Oh,
you.
okay, let's do it.
It's-
We'll start looking up college. That's something for us to do this year in the off season.
All
Let's
right,
do some.
so
This
for
will
you
be your
guys.
first year to do a bracket in a long time. We'll pick our brackets. It'll be
I'll
fun.
try to pay attention as best I
Yeah,
can.
that's all you do.
We're gonna start
Fun.
paying attention to baseball now too. Shalom. Glad we got to come over here. Big thanks to Kevin for coming over. He's got to work tonight.
Not for a while. I'm good.
I didn't know you wanted to slap. I thought you were just like, hey.
Sorry.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad we got to do this on a Wednesday. So I know there hasn't been a lot of content coming out. We're going to be back this Monday. So actually,
We're gonna put tons of content out this year. It's going to start getting crazy this year.
yeah, hopefully
We're going to do lots of content. We're
hopefully
going to
we're
start
gonna
doing
start
some
kicking it
T-shirts and start handing those out.
Hopefully we'll be on Spotify. We'll be everywhere. The audio will be better. We'll have mics.
Yep.
Things are going to start getting good for Piggy and the Jake. So
Yep.
keep tuning in,
We'll do
please. No Monday games this week. So actually on Monday we'll actually have all the information we need from the football fucking
Good.
weekend to get through this. So that's good. Thank you guys for tuning in. For me and the pig here, love you. Piggy and the Jake, baby.
Piggy and the Jake, baby.
Woo!
All right. We can do some quick